It was working, then it told me to rotate it. Mm. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So that, listen, let me tell you, I'm going live on YouTube and I'm going live on Instagram. So welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. Come on in. It's our fucking birthday. It is our birthday, y'all. We are officially 1 years old today. I didn't even get a chair. I'm just not prepared for this. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. No, I don't want that chair. What chair? No, I don't want that chair. Fuck it. Okay. Oh my God, y'all. So Tactical Tangerine is officially 1 years old today. December 15th is when we were officially LLC'd or whatever you want to call it. Welcome, gang, gang. Welcome, 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 y'all. Hello. So I'm live on Instagram and YouTube. So on YouTube, I go live every Wednesday. So welcome all my YouTube family. Salute. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So every Wednesday, I go live on YouTube. And but tonight, y'all, I got an event to go to. So it's like I gotta do it now or never. Forever I'll hold my peace. And I just was like, I'm getting this done. Okay. So when you come in, make sure you press the like button. And if you're not following me on Instagram, go over to Tactical Tangerine Defense and follow me there. And if you're not following me on YouTube, go to Tactical Tangerine. Okay, so gang, gang. Gang, gang. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I got a cake and everything. You guys, look, we're going to light it together. We're going to light it together and we're going to do a recap of the whole year. Okay, so I was going through and I was like, I ain't even did nothing this year. Y'all, I have a chair in here. I know I do. I don't know where I put it. Oh, fuck. It's all the way back there. Hold on now. Okay. 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 There we go. Because your girl is not standing up this entire time. I'm not doing that. Okay. Whew. Had to run a little bit. Okay, so welcome everybody. I normally don't go live this time of the day, but happy birthday. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Armed Atlas. I normally don't go live this time of day, but I thought this was appropriate. It's our first birthday, and I want to do a recap with you guys of like what we've been through this entire year. You guys have like stuck with me. And I just appreciate you guys so much. So this is gonna be, I didn't even put makeup on today because I was like, I might cry. Like, ain't no telling. Something I might cry. Anything can happen. So what we got today is a cinnamon roll. Because I wanted to commemorate this. I really wanted to like make a big deal about this. I wanted balloons and shit. And I ain't even have time to go get them hoes. You know how you just run out of time? That's basically what happened. So I'm gonna light this, because this is our birthday. This is all of us. This is everyone that placed orders. They got your Personal Firearms Record Book, who got your Tactical Tangerine merch. This is for everyone who's believed, who's supported, who's passed on through word of mouth my channels to other people. This is for everyone that's attended my classes, my events. This is for gang gang. This is for everybody who really fuck with the kid. This is for all my Marines out there, my veterans, my armed forces, everybody that has embraced Tactical Tangerine to the fullest. When I say open arms, no hesitation, like what you got going on? Oh, you different. Like we ain't seen you before. Recognizing the work that I'm putting in, understanding that like I'm really trying, I'm putting forth the effort. I ain't trying to step on nobody's toes. I'm just trying to do me. Like I'm very brand new to the industry, but people have just really been solid. Like the people I've been connected to have been super fucking solid. And I just appreciate that so much. And even the ones that wasn't solid, they fell off quickly. Do you understand? This is to you who fell off quickly, who wasn't, who was shit talking, or I ain't even have to hear it, but my spirit warned me. My ancestors closed that door for me. The universe said no. Whatever the reason was, I'm just grateful. I'm just so grateful because literally I've heard some really bad stories, and I don't, I'm not saying I'm not gonna be subject to stuff, but I just listen. your girl is 10 toes down and peeping, all all eyes are open. So I'm just so grateful. I really ain't had too much to deal with, and so this is a celebration of that. Wait till you guys hear all the things that we've been able to accomplish in this 1 year that we've been established as Tactical Tangerine. So let's get a wish together. I really, please, like, for real, I believe in this. I believe in you putting your positive thoughts. Let me tell you what I want. I want a gun range. I want my own tactical line of gear. I want my own clothing line of Tactical Tangerine clothing merch. Like, for real, for real. Um, what else we got planned? And we got three major events that we're doing next year that we want to continue. And so we want to expand on that, like corporate partnerships, things like that, elite clients. We got a couple things in the work and a show. So that's what we're going to put in the air for this. And that's what's gonna happen. Okay, so this is to us, gang. This is to us. Okay, this is it's our fucking birthday. We are celebrating together. I just appreciate you guys more than you know. You have absolutely no idea. This is a vibe. This is a community. This is like a safe space that I've been able to cultivate. I've been able to really be myself and not really sugarcoat shit, and I appreciate that. I love you guys for that. Okay, so it's our birthday. It's our birthday. That contest, you in first place. You guys, it's our birthday. Can you believe it? Can you believe it's only been a year? So let's get into it, because like I got a whole event tonight, and I got an event tomorrow night. Shit is like crazy. So I want to talk to you guys about what we've done, and let's do a recap together. You guys have been here from the beginning. Some of you literally from the beginning. I love you. Thank you so much, my love. Some of you have literally watched all of this happen. They're gonna be like, I remember that. I remember. So if you remember, put it in the comments. Be like, oh my God, I remember that. I remember that. Starting with my first interview ever was with Armed Atlas. He was the one that said, I want you on my show. He's the one that saw before anybody. I gotta shout out him because I just saw him come on my YouTube and say congratulations. Armed Atlas was the first person that put me on his YouTube channel and said, I want to interview you. I want to see what's going on with you. Because I started uploading videos. And so we're gonna do the whole timeline, right? But let me just tell you how it went. Okay. So November of last year is when he said, I remember all that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Art Atlas. I appreciate you. November of 2020, I believe it was when I graduated like I became a certified firearms instructor. That's when that happened. That was November 2020. December 2020 is when I incorporated Tactical Tangerine. I did all the things that I need. I got incorporated. I got my LLC. I got my business bank account. I got registered with the Secretary of State, that type of thing. So I did all of that in November and December, right? Okay, so January, let's start with January. January, I started Firearm Friday. January 1st was Firearm Friday. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about on YouTube, every Friday I go live on Instagram and I do Firearm Friday. And I still love Firearm Friday. It's just a vibe, and you just gotta be there, right? So January 1st, I was like, I want to start on the 1st. On January 2nd, I got rushed to the ER. I was throwing up profusely, like, for hours. Like, I think it was like 6 or 7 hours I was throwing up. And then finally around that last set of hours, I was throwing up blood. And so I was like, my dad was like, fuck that, let's go. So I was like, what about Corina and the panorama? And I don't want to be there. And he was like, get your ass up and let's go. Went to the ER. Still ain't really get a real diagnosis of what it was. That's why I hate going to the ER and all that stuff. I was like, you really don't get the help that you need when you go. So I just be like, I don't want to go. So that happened, right? I ended up going to the ER. I got out the ER, and I like rested for the rest of January basically, because I was like, I don't really know what's going on. I went and did some more doctor's appointments, that type of thing. February February, I did my very first group class. It was around 10 women. And I did my very first class, and I was so excited about it. I did my first two classes in February because I did a Valentine's Day themed event as well. So I remember that. I did a Valentine's Day, and then I did a group. It was like 10 ladies, and they were so dope, so amazing. They were so overwhelmed. They ended up not even shooting. Like, they paid for a package to shoot, and they ain't even shoot. They just went and did the classroom thing. So that was February. And then all in February, I went to Alabama and I did my first like group teaching, like co-teaching thing. Iron City Gun Club, their president had um what was it called? Stilettos and shots and stilettos or some shit like that, like something with heels, right? I can't remember what it was, but it was with Keith Gerald and Tanea McClain. So I went down there and I taught a class with them in February. So that was dope. And also in February, I started Q Comfy Concealed. Do y'all remember that? Where I started, and that was, oh my God, I saw that video footage the other day. I was like, ooh, child, you wasn't even concealing nothing. I was so bulky with it. I didn't care if it was showing, none of that. Do y'all remember that? So I started Q Comfy Concealed in February. Okay. So I did my first group class. I did another group class in Alabama. I started training really heavily myself. So I was doing a lot of training myself personally in February. March, I started YouTube channel. March is when I started. Hey, a pimp named Slipback, how are you? In March, I started my YouTube channel. And YouTube, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all about YouTube because the story about YouTube taking off has been crazy. I'm at millions of views on YouTube already. I think I'm almost at like 15,000 followers, but like we'll get into that. We'll get into all that, right? Okay, so that was March. I started my YouTube channel. Then in April, I had my first like birthday event, my first group birthday event. So I was booked for this birthday party and it was epic. I had ATVs for them. I had they shot everything from ARs to handguns to anything, like unlimited ammo. It was bomb as fuck. Like they had a great ass time, right? I had a great ass time, and I had an RSO come in and do the class, help me with the class. So, it was just like everything was safe, but it was a good ass event. So that was in April. And then I had some training in April that I did as well. So that was dope. So then life starts happening, right? So this is all April. And up until this point, like the year is going pretty smooth, it's going okay. I still haven't really figured out what's going on with me when I was hospitalized in January, but I'm like moving on. I'm like still progressing. I'm still doing whatever I need to do in life. So in May was crazy. I started looking at the events that I did in May, and May was like, okay, so Alabama, there was an event called Shoot Your Shot. And Shoot Your Shot was in Alabama. So I go down to Alabama, I do that event. The day before I get there, my papa passes away, right? He dies. And my papa and my grandma have been together for 56 years. So he's never not been in my life. Like I've never not been anywhere and Papa wasn't there. Right. So since the day I came home from the hospital, he's been there. So that was a major blow to my family. Thank you so much. She said, keep up the good work. Thank you so much. Um, Hello. Hi, everybody. Gang in the building. So when I get the call, I'm like, I want to go to Alabama to like clear my mind. I need to get away, right? I need this distraction. So I go to Alabama. Shoot Your Shot was that night. I stayed that night and like I think and then the next day there was some training. And so I did some training in Alabama in May, right? So that was so dope. It was like in the woods. It was like it was a vibe. It was by a lake. It was just like it was peace or peace. That's when I came up with peace or peace. Meaning like you can have peace like my gun, or you can have peace like I'm chill, I'm zen, I'm serene, right? So that's where I came up with peace or peace. So that was the beginning of May. Then I built my first custom Glock slide. If you haven't seen that video, you can go to YouTube. So my very first custom Glock slide, I got a client and I built that for him and he loved it. It had the American flag on the top, that type of thing. So it was a vibe. And then this is where it got crazy. Around the end of May is what is that, Labor Day or Memorial Day, whatever that fucking day is at the end of May. That's where I met Kevin KD Dixie. We met because he bought some tactical pens from me and we met up to exchange to give him the tactical pins. We ended up talking, and he told me about his event that he was having, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't know about it. I haven't heard about it or whatever. Oh, he had me on his show, Cigars and ARs or something like that too. He was the second person that had me on his show in the firearms industry. So he is the CEO of No Other Choice Train and Learn, right? So he has his own like training event, and then he also teaches classes as well. He's former law enforcement, so he has a real, but he's really about the black community and like making sure men stand up. Like he's a really stand up guy. So it was just, he was a very interesting person to me as my first introduction into the firearms industry. So I ended up he was like, yeah, it's sold out, but I can open up a ticket for you if you want. I was like, hell yeah, like, please, thank you so much. He ended up opening up a ticket for me. I ended up buying a ticket. I bought a last minute flight to, where the fuck? St. Louis. I never been to St. Louis before, so that was a vibe. I never been to Missouri at all before, so that was very interesting to me. So I ended up going there. I meet all these dope ass people in the firearms industry. And I'm talking about, when I say, I feel like it's the creme de la creme, like the dopest of the dopest people were there that day, representing everything. Do you hear me? Every fucking group community that you can think that you want to be a part of was represented at that goddamn event. And so it was such an eye opener, and it got me to see where my skills were, because I'm like, up until this point, I've if you guys don't know, Marine Corps veteran, 2 tours in Iraq. I hadn't shot in so long. So I just started back shooting like maybe 3 years ago, something like that. And not heavy until the last 2 years. So I this was my first time like getting a chance to see other people and see where they are and compare myself. And so they had like a beginner level, they had an intermediate level, and they had an advanced level. And I wanted to go to the advanced level, but I was like, let's keep it cute, Tangy. Don't embarrass yourself out here. Let's just go with intermediate. And that's exactly the group that I should have been in. It was a perfect call. It was not too slow, but it wasn't too fast. I was able to learn new stuff. We learned about like doing content creation and turning it into dollars. We learned about the business side of the firearms industry. We learned about, like, we did classroom stuff, and then we got a chance to go shoot as well. Riverdale, Georgia in the building, gang gang. So then we got a chance to go shoot, and then the last day was content day. So all the people that I didn't know, or I was told I needed to know, was there that day, and we all shot content together. So that was the day. That weekend, I met Rhonda Mary. Me and Rhonda was at the airport together. I ended up riding with Rhonda to the hotel. She ended up picking me up both days. So we ended up vibing, and that's my dog to this day. So like, it was just crazy how things happened the way it happened. But that's how the universe works in my world. So I ended up meeting Rhonda Mary. I met Unicorn Defense, Danielle. I met um, Prime Protection. I met, what in St. Louis. Oh my God, I love you, my sis. Don't blame my mind and not my heart. Okay, I promise you. But like, so they have their FFL in St. Louis. I absolutely love them. Her and her husband. And then who else did I meet? I just met Jera in Texas. I met her. So I'm just like, I'm meeting the people, right? The people that I need. I had no idea I needed to know these people. I ended up meeting them. Dustin. I ended up meeting Rob Pincus. He in the goddamn books that I'm reading, but I ain't even put two and two together. I didn't took a class from him. I'm like, oh, he's a dope ass teacher. I go back in my books. I was like, oh my God, that's the fucking instructor that I had today. Jesus. That's how it literally goes in my life. I never know what room I'm in until later. I'll be like, God, I was just eating lunch with Prince the other day. so anyway, okay, so that happened in May. Okay, what else happened in May? And so I flew with my firearm to that training event for the very first time. Thank you so much. That was the very first time I flew with my firearm. I'd never done that before. I was shitting bricks. I was so nervous. And I'm like, because it don't matter, y'all. You gotta understand my mentality. It's just like, I don't even have to be at fault here. Like, this could be a whole misunderstanding and I could still go to jail. Do you understand what I'm saying? Tactical, you're doing a good job. Keep up the good work. And yes, I am a white man. Thank you, High Q. I appreciate you. I love that. Thank you so much. So, guys, like, that was the very first time I flew Delta. There were absolutely no problems when I flew. I always fly Delta. Honestly, I pay for my convenience because I don't be wanting. Don't yell. I have TSA pre-check. Like, don't yell at me. Don't just give me fire ass service all the way through. That's me. So Delta was the best choice for me. I don't know about other ones, but I've heard other people fly like Southwest. They have really great program when it comes to flying with your firearm. So I learned a lot through that process, right? And I talked to other people, and what I was stressing about was like the ammo. I feel like I didn't have enough ammo. I ended up getting extra ammo there at the event, coming back with ammo. I ended up I didn't bring my rifles with me because I was like, I think a handgun is fine. Like, because I was stressing about it. I was like, I don't fucking know what gun to bring. So I ended up bringing a handgun, right? Well, I get there, Tactical Life is there, and they have a gang of rifles, precision rifles with great red dots on them. So I was still able to train, and they had fully automatic. So this was my first time shooting fully automatic since I left the military. So that was a whole experience as well. And then I did an interview with them. I still ain't posted that damn interview. I interviewed with them. I was like, how much all this cost? Like, how y'all get started? What y'all do? I be asking all the questions. Don't put me in a room for them and like white people who got their shit together. I'm asking all the questions, and they voluntarily tell you too. I love it. So I'm gonna post that interview because I still haven't posted my No Other Choice Trade and Learn session yet. So I'll do that as well, hopefully before the end of the year. Okay. So that all happened in fucking May, y'all. That was just May. Ugh. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay. So then we go to June. This is where life like spirals out of control, right? I find out about NAGA from, I feel like it was Keith with Iron City Gun Club. He told me to sign up for NAGA, National African American Gun Association. I signed up for them, right? So after I signed up for them, um, not even 2 days later, I go to this skeet shooting event. I don't skeet shoot. That's not my ministry. I fucking hate shotguns. Everyone knows this by now, right? So I don't skeet shoot. But shooting is shooting now. At this point in my life, right? Since I got into firearms, I don't give a fuck what shooting it is. I want to shoot. So I go to a skeet shooting event. It is, first of all, it's not fun because I don't know how to shoot with a shotgun, and I'm trying to shoot the way I shoot with a rifle. And then the teacher that I had was very interesting. I'll just leave it at that. She was interesting. She was somebody grandmama who ain't have no patience for nothing. And I was like, okay, maybe if I come back, I'll have a different experience. So I end up the last like 5 minutes, I ended up getting it. Like I ended up shooting, and then it built my confidence. I was like, okay, I'm gonna come back, right? Whatever. So that's June 4th. This is June 4th, right? This is the first event in June that I'm going to. It's Atlanta Black Chamber. Atlanta Black Chamber lets me stand up and speak and talk about my event that I'm having June 6th. I get up and I tell them about my event, which is the Concealed Carry Fashion Show. I do a concealed carry fashion show with Iron City Gun Club and Middle Tennessee Black Gun Club, and we partner up and we do this epic concealed carry fashion show. It's phenomenal, right? So I tell them about the event. So there's this guy who I've been skeet shooting with the whole time at this event. He said, I have somebody I want you to meet. I said, okay. He's walking towards me, and the person that he brings to meet, I was like, is that? Because I just signed up for NAGA the day before, so I get all these emails like welcome, and from the welcome is the president. And I see the president of NAGA walking toward me, which is Mr. Philip Smith. I was like, is this? Hello, hi. So he tells me, who he is. I explain what I'm doing. I tell him about the fashion show. He was like, oh, we would love to be a part of that. I was like, oh, and I'm a NAGA member as well. He was like, oh, well, we would love to be a part of that. That night, I email him some information. I do an interview with him. The interview is put in the newsletter of NAGA. So, like, I think they have like 40,000 members now in NAGA nationwide. So they put me in the newsletter. Then used to throw on events because if you guys don't know, I was in the cannabis industry. I've done events before, but this is my very first one in the firearms industry. So I don't know. I don't really know what to expect or what I'm doing, but I was like, I gotta do it. Like, let's just go, let's do it. He agrees to be my keynote speaker. He comes 2 days later, super last minute. He's the keynote speaker at my concealed carry fashion show. The concealed carry fashion show is phenomenal. That day, my period comes on. I'm sick as shit. I am throwing up that day. I have to sleep the entire day. When I tell you my team came through, like they put the chairs out by the pool. It looked phenomenal. They brought the DJ in, had him set up. By the time I woke up that afternoon, just all I had the energy to do was get dressed. That's literally all I had the energy to do. And like once I got dressed, took a shower, got dressed, I was like, okay, I'm starting to feel a little better. All right, bet. So I was able to get through that just by the grace of the team. So I'm so grateful for them. Super, super grateful for them. And so what happens? Okay, so he comes in, he speaks. We honor a human trafficking survivor. She has a organization, so a portion of the proceeds went to her organization because she helps human trafficking survivors. So that happened at the concealed carry fashion show. It was just incredible. It was like the best it could have been. I don't think it could have gone off any better. It ended up raining that day, so we couldn't even have the fashion show outside. We ended up bringing everything inside. It was like this I don't know, we rented out this 50-acre estate and it was this mansion. It was so gorgeous, like it was beautiful. So the runway was inside and everyone ended up loving it. So Mr. Smith had a great time. Naga was there. So it was just a vibe. Just recalling it, it's just crazy. So that was the fashion show. That was June 6th. I go back to Texas to check on my grandma because, as you recall, my papa passed away in May. They were together 56 years. So I'm like, that's her fucking person. Like, I just can't imagine losing my person. So I got to make sure she's okay. So I went back to check on her and spend like some real time with her. I came back to my state and I ended up speaking at the USA CBD Expo. If you guys don't know, prior to me being in the firearms industry, I was eating something earlier, my bad. Prior to me being in the firearms industry, I was in the cannabis industry, the legal cannabis industry in California. And I was in DC for a little while, but I used to travel the world speaking about it from a veteran's perspective. And I used to lobby Congress. I used to go state capitol. Like it was a really big deal. The things that I did. I ended up like international. I went to an award ceremony in Spain. Like I'm not even trying to toot my own horn, but beep beep. You know what I'm saying? So when I ended up leaving cannabis, I had to leave cannabis because you can't be in cannabis and firearms at the same time. It's just like there's this bullshit rule right now. And so I was like, I'd rather choose my 2A rights over cannabis because like this is more important, especially with what's going on in society. So I ended up doing that and but I've had prior obligations. I was still supposed to speak. So I spoke at the USA CBD Expo, and that was incredible. I had a great time catching up with old friends and colleagues I haven't seen in a long time. So that was a vibe. And Georgia is really, I am the networking queen. Big Ike, that is me. When I tell you I'm a professional networker at this point, like I stay at a conference. But that's okay. So that happened. That's at the USA CBD Expo. Then I go to like this sensual goddess thing. Like it's late at night. It starts at midnight. My old ass took a nap and everything. So I ended up going to that, but I was armed, right? So it's like this thing where you have on lingerie, but I still had it on me. So I was really proud of myself because I was like, I can really conceal carry in anything. I don't give a fuck where I'm going, what I'm doing. I'm going to have a firearm on me. And that is just, it was just a different way of life now. This last year has been a whole totally different way of life. I've never carried my gun or a gun this much since I've been out the military at all. And it was just, it's very interesting to me. So that happened. Then Juneteenth was National Range Day. So I ended up doing Juneteenth with Tig, my sister's keeper's defense. I was at her very first one when she did it and when she created the holiday. So I was like, I'm gonna go to the second one. So now I just think it's a thing. Like wherever she has it, I'm probably gonna be there. Cause like now it's just like if you've never been or you haven't had a chance to go, it just hits different to go with the creator. I think. And I saw all the ones around the world. Everyone did a damn good job making sure that people came to shoot. Like they had an opportunity to be able to shoot on National Range Day, and it was so important and is a major holiday that I 100% back and support. So So that's June 19th. If you ever get a chance, that was a real pop up, like for real. That was, I got to shoot. This was another training session where I got a chance to see where I am compared to others. And your girl is on it. Like your girl can shoot. So I was just so proud of my skills. I was proud of the way that I practice. I was proud of the way that I take, of how serious I take this. Um, that type of thing. So I was just super proud, super proud. And I was so glad to be at National Range Day with Tig. So my Sisters Keepers Defense, go to that if you want to know more information. Okay. So July, I went to Cali. That was a vibe. I hadn't been back to Cali in a minute. So I got a chance to go out there and hang with some people and have a good ass time. August, um, and around July sometime, I'm not sure when, but I got management. Like in the firearms industry, I got like a management group to start managing me. And so that was super bomb. That was super dope. I can't remember the date that we all decided, but like I gotta look back. But yeah. Then in July, I mean, then in August, I did my first training with Perfectus Group. I did my second training with Perfectus Group. The first training was at No Other Choice Train and Learn, and he was there. He's former law enforcement, so his perspective is so super dope of like how to approach police, how to like his training or his level of thinking when it comes to training you is on a different level because he was a law enforcement officer, so he can train you different ways, and I really like the way he trains. So Ken from Perfectus Group, if you've never taken one of his classes, you should. So I trained with him and I trained with KD in August, so that was dope. KD then comes on my show, Chocolate Tangerine, and we have this, when I tell you, if you guys haven't seen that episode, whoo, you got a former law enforcement officer and a former Marine talking shit. That's all I'm gonna say. It was such a great conversation because I didn't hold nothing back. He didn't hold nothing back. I asked questions. He answered them. It was just like really awesome. Like it was really great perspective from both of us to talk about the state of the firearms industry, where we are in it today as a community, as a group, as a not and as a black community. So there's a firearms community, there's a black firearms community, and then there's black people. So it's just like a whole bunch of communities within communities. So we really discussed all of that on the show that day. I was so proud of that conversation. So you can have a canic and a what? What are you talking about? $2? What are you talking about? Then Michael opened up, was it Prime One? He opened up his gun range in Tennessee in August. So I came from Perfectus Group. So they were the trainers that day as well. It was a vibe. It was so fucking good. We had more more automatic firearms. That was the day I shot a video that has like 2 million views on YouTube right now. That was the day I shot a fully automatic Glock, and I call it Glock Gun Glory. When I tell you they are eating my ass up on YouTube about that, like these the same people I ain't never even looked at a real gun in real life before. Some of these people, but they got so much to say on YouTube. So if you haven't seen that video, go check that out. I think it's like at 2 million views right now and growing. It's crazy what that video was doing. Okay, and they're talking shit about the way I stand. They're talking shit about the way I shot. They're talking shit about everything. The wrap on my head. Like, they have almost nothing good to say about that video. It's so funny. I had to turn off my notifications. I was like, fuck all y'all. Like, I don't give a damn. So anyway, that happened. Then I went to, oh, my cousin got engaged. He got engaged in September. In August. So I went to his engagement party. So that was dope. And then I went to Mexico. Oh my God, Mexico was such a vibe. I think it was like the best trip I've ever had. Honestly, it was so good. And just good energy, good people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't. Like, August was a really great month. It was really great. Then, as soon as I get back from Mexico, right? Solutionary Summit is September 1st in Miami. I get asked to speak at Solutionary Summit and do the firearms basics training. You guys, mind fucking blown, because at this point, right, I hadn't spoke at a firearms conference before, and this is my realm, this is my element, right? Edutainment. I love educating, I love making it inviting, intriguing, entertaining. I love all of that. And so this was my first time professionally being able to display that. I got a call from Rhonda Mary and Devin, Trenchwork Chronicles on IG, and they, invited me to come speak. This was put on by Maj Teray, who is a phenomenal advocate in the firearms industry, very, very knowledgeable when it comes to so many subjects, but especially arms. So he put on the Solutionary Summit, and I love that title because I'm all about solutions. I'm like, what the fuck we gonna do about it? Like, how can we fix it? So this was the first conference that I went to where they had firearms and right. So it was information about um hip hop and like hip hop and the community. We talked about the black family. We had financial wealth conversations. When I tell you this conference was epic, like for me it was just everything that I wanted it to be. It was so much fun, and at the same time NRA was going on, so a lot of people were supposed to go to NRA, but NRA ended up canceling, so a lot of people that was going to NRA ended up coming to Solutionary Summit, which is where they were supposed to be anyway. So it ended up, when I say you, it turned out to be like an epic fucking meetup. Like we ended up going out to eat afterwards on the first day, and we went to this Cuban, or we went to this cigar bar. Oh my God, it was just everything. It was literally everything. And then the next day there was this yacht party. So we went on the yacht and we sailed around Miami. And I'm thinking we gonna go like in this like, one little area. No, we went the fuck all the way around Miami. It was such a fucking vibe. It was guns everywhere. It was the safest boat on the harbor. I was like in love. So I ended up speaking and doing the firearms basic class with Reddick. Reddick is your neighborhood firearms instructor. And when I tell you, he is so fucking dope. Like he's a firearms instructor out of Florida, and he did the class with me, and we never met each other. Our energy and our chemistry ended up vibing so fucking well. The class went phenomenal. I can't wait to teach another class with him. But it was just like, what? My first year in, I'm teaching at conferences. Stop playing with me. Stop fucking playing with me. Everybody stop playing with me. Gang gang. Hot tub Tony. Chipotle chopping with Chan, gang gang. Thank you for your happy birthdays. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, so that was in September. Then I got invited to a mayor candidate. He was having like this private dinner. I ended up going to his private dinner, and y'all, I had it on me. I was like, he had like, bodyguards and security around him, and I had it on me. And child, it hit different. It hit different when your first line of defense. I'm not worried about nobody but myself. And I got a gang of bullets to protect me and mine that I'm with. And the people that I'm with got guns. Like it was just I literally can't even. Like I can't even. Okay. So that was September. Then I did some one-on-ones. My one-on-ones started really picking up throughout the year, but I started to get the clients that I wanted, like elite clients for my one-on-ones. So I was really proud about that. And then I did my first golf lesson in September, right? So this was an event that I went to on me. It was on my chest, but I'm golfing. It was so sexy. I'm on this country club. It was like a vibe. I had such a great time. That was September. Lord, October, the offense around me. October 1st is my birthday. Gang, gang, Libra gang, stand the fuck up, okay? So I go to the USCCA conference in Texas, Fort Worth, right? Fort Worth, Texas. On my birthday, on my actual fucking born day, my wallet is stolen. My wallet is stolen on my birthday. My passport is in my wallet, all of my credit cards, all of my ID, VA ID, concealed carry ID, my goddamn driver's license. My life is in my wallet. Do y'all remember this? It just happened just a few months ago. Do y'all remember? My whole life is in my wallet, stolen. I have this trip planned, right? So I'm in Texas for 12 days. This was before I even got there. I had already planned this out because the first week was business and the second week was pleasure. So the first week that I go for 12 days, I'm in Texas. My wallet is stolen on the first. I don't fucking leave until the 13th, okay? So I have to like convince people the entire time that I'm who I am. I have to figure out how I'm getting out of Texas because I can't prove it. Basically, I have to fly out. And I was so grateful I did not have my gun on me because this was the one time that I did not fly with my firearm. I was like, okay, I'm going to the USCCA conference. I'm gonna just fly in. It's Texas. Let me just go. I'm so grateful because I was like, that would have been the worst thing, right? So that's my birthday. I go to USCCA conference. It's a 12-day trip. In that trip, I have a surprise party planned for me. So I'm so grateful for that. The surprise party is epic. I don't think I've ever had a surprise party thrown for me. So that was so sexy. I love that. Your whole life gone when you lose your wallet, Lana. It's gone. It's fucking gone. And you're the victim, but you're not treated like it by the police. You're not treated by it by the credit card, the banks. Nobody gives a fuck. No one gives a flying fuck. Virgo shouting out. Okay. Big up to the Libras gang gang. Okay, so that happened in October. Then so I ended up getting back here, right? I had to give them like a prescription bottle. I had to give them anything that I had like some printouts of my ID and my passport. I had to give them that. I had to give them damn near a sample, do you hear me, of my ass cheek just to make sure I can get on the goddamn plane. It was so much. It was so much. It was so much. But I was just grateful I got out of there. Okay. Then that was the first in October. I trained with Professor Griff, who was a founding member of Public Enemy. If you guys don't know, he's a firearms instructor. He's also a black belt. He is like a vegan. He's all about health, wealth, love, and happiness. He is all about those things, and so am I. And I love the way he teaches. I love his thought process. So when I got a chance to train with him, it was everything. So that was super dope. And then I went to my first Halloween party in October, and I was concealed carried. It was on me then. So I was really proud about that too, because I don't celebrate holidays. So the fact that I was able to conceal carry and have it still on me was good. A whole ass cheek on. I promise you. He wanted. They almost asked me for everything, child. It was too much. They had to check my bag. They didn't did the most. I'm like, I couldn't go pre-check because I ain't had no ID. They was like, no, ma'am. I was like, child, it was a mess. So that was October. October, super, super, super like busy as well. Okay, so then November last month I had my first concealed carry evening gown. Congratulations on your success. 2022 will be a great year for you. I received that. I received that. Thank you so much. So that was the first time I concealed carried in an evening gown. It was super sexy, and I went to an event and I danced my ass off. Do you hear me? My back was sweating. My back was out, sweat dripping all over my body. Like it was crazy, but I had a good ass time and my gun was on me. So I was proud about that. The Marine Corps birthday was in November, so I got a chance to celebrate. How did I celebrate? Oh, I went out to eat, and what else did I do? I definitely went shooting. I went shooting that day with some other Marines. Oh my God. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The birthday was dope. The birthday was dope this year. Birthday was dope. I did a course on concealed carry holsters. That was dope. I think I dropped that in November. So I'll put the link up so you guys can purchase that as well. So I did a concealed carry holster course. I did another golf event in November. Then I got invited to a black tie art event, right? So this is another time that I had to black tie dress, formal wear, and I had my gun on me too. So I was super proud about that. Um, so that was in North Carolina, right? So I went up to North Carolina. I went to that event. It was super sexy. Nobody conceal carries like Tangie. Thank you, Hot Talk Tony. That's so sexy. Thank you for saying that. So I go up there. I do that event. It was a vibe. I'm talking about the hotel that I stayed in was epic. It was so plush and sexy. And then the event was sexy, like a gang of just sexy ass black people. It was just And then her art was like 12,000, 17,000, 25,000. I was like, you better know your worth. You better add tax. You better tax they ass. Oh, it was just a vibe. I had such a great time. So that was that. Then when I left North Carolina, I drove to South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, and I had that week stay on the beach. Right, I had like this oceanfront suite. And when I tell you, I was going through a couple things in life, and so I needed to like unwind. I was getting a little burnt out, so I had to like put a pause on a couple things and reset. And so that just happened. Um, then I went to New Black City, which is an event that was in downtown. That was downtown. Lou Tactical came up, and then I went with Kevin, Katie Dixie, and I went with Devin of Trenchwork Chronicles. We went to an event called New Black City, and it was like a play on New Jack City, and it was that was a vibe. That was so dope. It was a great event. So I went to that, and that was all November. That was the last of November. And now we're in December, and I've been to a wedding so far. I've had two holiday parties. I have an event tonight, and I have an event tomorrow night. So that's, you guys are all caught the fuck up. Do you guys have any questions? Do you have absolutely any questions about that? Like, that's what we've done so far. So let me tell you how crazy things are. You guys, I feel like I might be my own worst critic. I really am. Like, you could never put more pressure on me than I put on myself. Does that make sense? Like, I could listen to you. I mean, my customers, my clients, if they're unhappy, I'm unhappy that they're unhappy. But for the most part, like, I put a lot of pressure on myself. And I for a long time thought like, Tangy, you're not doing enough. I have found days where I've compared myself to others and be like, you should be doing this, you know better, you know you should be posting more regularly, you know you should be, and you know the schedule, if you had the schedule, things would be easier for you. And I just be hard on myself. But when I look back on this list and I saw all the things that I was able to accomplish in one short year, I got this overwhelming sense of pride. I was just so proud of myself. I was just like, because like no one's gonna tell you what to do. Like, as much as you want someone to like be there and be like, well, hold my hand and just walk me through this, please. They're walking their own journey, right? They're doing their own fucking thing, and they can't be there the whole time along the way. So you do have to figure shit out yourself. You do have to like, you gotta put in the work. And I feel like looking back on that list, I put in some fucking work this year, you know? Like, I've shown what I can do, what I'm capable of, and I have more to prove, but I have a foundation. I have a track record. I have receipts. So I'm really proud of that. I really am. I am so proud. I am so proud of the people that support me. I can't talk about it enough. Like, Lana, for real. Like, I can't thank you enough. Like, my friends, my family. I just left cannabis. I have been doing this shit for 10 years. People was like, what? So what are you doing now? It didn't even make sense. It didn't feel like it didn't even it didn't even sound right saying it. And so to be here a year in, and this is where I'm at, and this is what I've done, and you know, and these are the people that support me. Like, the people that like Gang Gang sends me shit that I repost. I can't find all the content. Gang Gang be like, look at this tangent. I'm like, oh, this is good. Like, this is good. You know what I'm saying? They like really got my back. Like, really, really got my back. There's one dude, um, I forgot his name. He's like writing me a script for my life. And he's like, well, tell me what you think of this. And I'm reading it and it's good. Like, it's actually fucking good. Like, I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him just telling my story, or just like trying to portray me in a way that is in a different genre, in a different lane. And it's just so interesting. All the things that are unfolding, all the people that I'm meeting and training with, and it's insane what's happening right now. My YouTube I went from like 1,000 subscribers to like 11,000 almost overnight. And then now I'm almost at 15,000. And I haven't even posted in the last 3 weeks, I believe. And it's just like my auntie is, she's gone. and my that's my grandmommy's sister. So she lost my pawpaw and she lost her sister, and we're a really close family. So it's just like, what the fuck? This hasn't happened before to us. So um, we're processing it all, and I don't share all the things, but can't wait for you, Chicago 765th Gun Club. Oh, absolutely, Chi-Town. I would definitely come to Chicago. I would definitely come. I deserve it. Thank you so much. So when I tell you guys, like, I'm super, super excited about where we're going. I'm super excited about the things that we're about to accomplish and do on all of these channels. And I'm grateful to know you all. I'm grateful to have your support. I am grateful to show up pretty ugly, crying, laughing. I'm grateful to be able to be my authentic self with you all, because I know a lot of content creators aren't able to do that. They aren't able to be themselves. They have to put up whatever facade they put up. They have to they have to pretend, they have to do a couple things, they have to be pretty all the time. Like, I don't have makeup on today. I was like, I'm gonna fuck around and cry or some shit. I ain't gonna put no makeup on today, or right now. But I feel comfortable enough to do that with you guys. Like, I don't feel like I have to do anything other than show up, and but I always do want to give you my best effort. I always want to just always give you the best of me. I really, really do. I try to bring good energy on here at all times, and I'm only on here early because I have an event to go to tonight. So I just wanted to publicly say thank you, like everyone that's ordered my personal firearms record book. Is there one over here? Y'all, I done sold out 4 times in them goddamn books. 4 times. Do you hear me? I'm just grateful. Do you hear me? Grateful. Just trying to come on. And I'm not afraid to try anything. Um, I'm willing to try it all. I really am, and I saw a need, especially for that firearms book, and I'm grateful I was able to fulfill it. I have a book that I'm dropping next week. Is drops on December 21st. Oh my God, I've been trying to write this book for 2 years. Les Brown, Mr. Les Brown, and I sat down to write this book 2 years ago, and then the panorama happened, and then I put it on the shelf. Well, I finally finished it. I finally finished it, and it drops on December 21st, and it'll be mailed out December 26th for all the orders that are placed. So I'm just like, when I think about the things that I've been able to accomplish this year, like it's been, and I was hospitalized again in August. I went back to the hospital for the same thing that I was hospitalized in January for. So they still don't really fucking know. So in between, like, life, I don't want you guys to think life is not happening for me, and that's why I feel like I always got to be my authentic self, because I ain't got time to be front in front of y'all. I ain't got time, child. I ain't got time to be pretending like I feel good and I don't know. My period's on. No, my period's about to come on. That's why I'm crying and shit. I'm all emotional, but my period about to come on. I listen. I'm myself, and I am able to be that with you guys, and I appreciate that. I really, 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 really do. I appreciate you guys watching my gun reviews. Um, Les Brown is my Deepak Chopra. Oh my God, he is literally the exact same person online that he is in person. When I tell you, no different, the laugh is the same, the tone is the same, the teaching is the same. He is a. I love to sit at his foot, at his feet. Do you hear me? I love to listen to him because he is literally like a walking, and he remembers every story, every part of the story. So you're taken there, like you're right there going through it with him, and he remembers. Like, he's brilliant. He really is. He's special, and he's super special. And so the book is dedicated to him. Actually, him, my father, and my brother is dedicated to him. So I'm proud of that. I can't wait for him to see it. It's a surprise. It's a surprise for him and my daddy. So so I can't wait for you guys to see it as well. That'll be dropping next week. So I'm super excited about that. That link will be below and in my bio for you guys to pre-order. And what else we got? Yeah, like 2022. What we got, gang gang? What we got? We got another concealed carry fashion show coming up, so that's happening. Then we have we got 2 more events that we're doing. 2 more events, and we're talking about a tour right now. So that's what we're trying to do for 2022. Not trying to. That's what we're doing for 2022. And we have yeah, I'm working on my range. I'm working on that as well. I'm not playing about that. So got a couple meetings set up already for 2022. So I'm super excited about that. Super excited about that. If you're interested in that, please, please, please contact me. Serious investors only who are ready to move forward. But that's a whole thing. Like, we're proving that this model works and that it's profitable for all who want to get involved. So this is gonna be whew, this is like the biggest thing I've embarked on though. So 2022 concealed carry fashion show. Can't wait. Me either, my love. That's gonna be whew, that's gonna be a vibe. And we got invited to do one in LA and a couple other in Miami as well. So that might be on the works in the works as well. So if you want a concealed carry fashion show where you are, put it in the comments below and let us know. Okay. So yeah, gang, that's what I got for you guys today. I wanted to come on here and make sure I went live. It's our birthday! It's our fucking birthday! Can you believe it? A year? If you guys are just joining, I did the whole year recap. So please go back and watch that and go check it out because I want you guys to see the magnitude of what we have been able to accomplish together. It's me and you. It's me and you. Look at me, my eyeballs. It's me and you. Okay? I'm not fucking around here. Because it takes a village and y'all are my village. Okay, y'all are my village. So 2022, I've been asked to host RGG, a regular gun guys uh meetup. So that's gonna be a vibe. That's gonna be in Nashville, Tennessee in May, I believe. So that's gonna be a vibe. I'm gonna meet all the other people that I need to meet who I haven't met. So we've been loving on each other online. So I'm gonna be hosting that. Me and Gun and a Hookah, we're gonna be hosting that together, and I can't wait to do that with him. Me and him are gonna be a fucking fool. Okay. So more travel, more training, more speaking engagement. Yes. From your typing to God's ears, to the universe, to all that good stuff. That's what I want. That's what I shall have. And that's the book that's coming out. That's going to open the door for more speaking engagements as well because I do miss that. I miss being on the stage. And now it's like it's time to speak in front of millions. It's time to uplift. It's time to tell my story. That's what it is. So that's what the book is about. It's called The Winning Lessons in Life from Breakdown to Breakthrough, Being a Woman Marine. And it is all about, you know, different things that I went through in the military and things that I went through now that helped me get over all of this and get to where I am right now and where I'm going in the future because I ain't even there yet, gang. I ain't even all the way there yet. You're going to turn on and you're going to be like, is that goddamn Tangy with her own show? Yep. You Black Rambo video ASAP. Okay, yeah, more collabs are gonna be in 2022. Definitely more collabs. I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited to do some more shooting get some more guns. I'm really excited about that. FFL, all those things are in the works, okay? All those things are in the works. Love it, manifest it. Thank you so much. That's what we do over here. We manifest the hell out some shit, and so it shall be after we do that, okay? Know that. Know that over here, gang, and so it shall be, all right? So I fucking love y'all from the bottom of my tiny baby heart, okay? Okay, gang. It's me and you forever, and ever, and ever. It is. I can't wait. It's when we do a meetup, when we do a tactical Tangerine meetup and gang meets up. Can you fucking imagine? Can you imagine? I can't wait. So maybe we'll do that in 2022 or, you know, I don't know. We'll see. But let's get that together and let's start working on that as well because I want to see you guys. I want to meet you in person. I want to shoot with you. I want to talk shit with you. And I want to build with you. I really, really do. So 2022, what I got? Why, personal wise, uh, I'm getting married. I'm having a baby in 2022. That's the plan because it's time. It's time. It's time. I plan on doing some more traveling, some more training, some more speaking engagements, and I plan on like taking over the world on some peeking in the brain shit. No, I'm joking. A pimp named Slickback, you in there with a gang meetup? That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Commitment already. Commitment already. So that's what I got for you guys today. I fucking love y'all. I hope you enjoyed this recap. I really, really do. Today was phenomenal, and I wanted to share with you guys. We even had a cake, so if you missed it, please go. I want that as well. I hope you guys having a phenomenal rest of your... She fires! Thank you so much! I love her, and I only got a couple seconds left on Instagram. So, gang, I am about to go. I love you. Thank you for that donation. I appreciate you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing rest of your weekend. I hope you stay trained and tactical in these streets. And tell me why you love me in the comments below. Tell me why you follow me. Tell me how you found me. All that good stuff. I really want to know the story because it's me and you, and we're in this thing together. Tell me where you're from. All that good stuff. So maybe we can do a meetup there. Okay. I love you guys so much. Have an amazing rest of your day. Bye, guys.